already, or you want now? Huh?
We'll hold on to basketball for a
You
little
gonna hold on to basketball for a little while?
Yeah.
They'll get it together. They will. I'm telling you, Enfield's good. I saw him work his magic at Florida Gulf Coast. So, all right. Can we just talk about that? Is that good?
Who are you picking to win it all against?
Oh, come on. That's too early. We need another week. I don't want you to try to fill out that $1 billion pool, okay? Then I will help. I don't think it'll help, but I'll try. That's good. That's better. Now we're on the right track.
Is ball out tonight?
Yeah. I don't know when he's coming back. I just don't know. I didn't think he looked good. The other night just running. I don't get involved very often, with that stuff. But he just, I didn't like, he wasn't running natural. And so at halftime, we just said, that's good. Let's wait till he's back to playing 100%.
Has missing him revealed anything about how valuable he was?
Well, I think missing him and JJ, it's funny, we're still scoring points, but you feel like scoring is much harder. And I really feel like down the stretch of games, scoring becomes really hard for us because, they're taking stuff away because they know guys aren't there, So it's not something I'm going to get used to.
No Jared play?
No.
Is he close?
He's close, yeah. I think, he told me he was close. I don't know what that means. But he said he was really close. So we'll see.
With JJ, he's shooting, he's traveling. Is he
He's feeling better.
Yeah.
That was going to be the
Get to that
question.
at some
Yeah, I
point.
could tell where you were going. He is feeling better, which is a great sign. I don't want to get everybody up or down, but he's feeling a lot better.
It seems like he's doing more than he was doing, maybe. Was that fair?
Yeah, that's very fair. And but again, there's no return date.
The Suns, a lot of people lump them in with Orlando or Philadelphia when the season started.
Yeah.
They traded Gortat. People thought that he brought up the tank word.
Mhm.
How surprised are you with what they've been able to do?
Very, very. You looked at them and on paper, and then, Jeff's done it. I don't know if there's Tibbs every year, but Jeff's done an amazing job. He just really has. He has a lot of tough-minded guys though. That team's fun to watch. You enjoy preparing for them because you get to watch them play. They play extremely hard. They play free. They share the ball. They're tough. They're undersized, and they play their way. And I think if you ask every coach, if you can get your team to play their way, whatever way that is, and they buy into it every night, they have a chance of success, and they do it every night.
Doc, as good as they are, they may not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Does that tell you how competitive the West has been pretty much all year?
They don't have to tell me that. Every night you just feel like, I don't know, it just feels like every night somebody in some place where you're at comes up, you got a big game tomorrow. And it's after a while, you're like, I guess every time you play a team in the West, it's a big game because they are, and it's hard. I think it was Larry Brown, one of the coaches I talked to a lot, had a good statement. He said 4 really good teams are going to lose in the first round. And he said, when he said it like that, you're thinking he's right, and that's the West.
Is Dragic maybe one of the most underrated players in the NBA?
I don't know if he is anymore, but he was, I guess, yeah. He's really good, really good.
They're averaging a lot more fast break points than last year. How much does that team reflect on?
Well, I think their position, the way just the way they approach the game reflects them more than I don't remember Jeff being the speed merchant, now that I think about it. But the way they played in Utah, where they got the ball up the floor, I think that's something Jeff's always wanted to do. So I think everything they do is a reflection of him. And again, I keep, when you watch them, they play with speed because they have to, and they buy into it.
You've talked about the seeding in the past, but you've made the finals as a 1 seed and a 4 seed.
Yeah.
Seeding, if you guys end up as 1, 2, 3, or 4, does that Does that change anything? Does that matter to you? Or
No, it doesn't. I mean, obviously, we're younger, a lot younger than the team in Boston. I mean, so in that first year, we needed a 1 seed because we hadn't been through the playoffs yet. The last time, if my memory serves me correct, we had a chance to get home court in the first round and chose, you probably remember, we chose the rest of our guys in the game up to the last game of the year, was it Atlanta? If we win that game, we get home court. Our guys chose not to play. They'd rather have the rest. But that was a veteran team. This is not that group. This is a very young group. We haven't done anything in the playoffs, so it would be nice to have home court. Having said that, it's not anything I look at. I don't pay much attention to it because it doesn't do anything by me doing that. I still got to do my job.
With a team like this, then, do you want to play them more minutes going into towards the playoffs than you might have in Boston?
It's a good question. I still would say probably the minutes they're playing. I think it's always nice if you can get guys a little bit of rest because 82, that's a long season. Doesn't look like that's going to happen the way the West is shaking, but that would be nice. I think the whole key is rhythm and confidence and everybody kind of understanding their role and know where they're at. I don't think other than that, I just think that's it. If you don't have that, you're not going to win.
What about Dragic's offensive game is maybe so successful and maybe difficult for the defense?
Well, he's just relentless. He kind of keeps you on the side of him. He's a lot stronger than he looks. So I think you have to play against him a bunch to understand that. You see this little guy, but he plays in a physical guard game, and he can shoot the ball. So I think that's what it is.
You guys drafted Gerald in Boston.
Yeah.
Obviously, his path to here is pretty good. When I asked you about the minimum age of that, is he a guy who you think would have benefited from time in college?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's more. It was more maturity with Gerald. He just needed time to grow up. And that's not meaning he was a bad guy. He was just young. And so young where eventually he was out of the league young. And the fact that he fought his way back was great. So, yeah, there are cases where you would love guys to go to college, but I still side on the other side. I still think you have a right. You have a right to make a mistake.
Doc, did you see something in Gerald's character early on that you knew this day would come? Or
I didn't know.
I
I don't know if I'm surprised or not, but I didn't know. I can't say I thought Gerald was going to make it. I can tell you, he's one of the young guys I said consistently, I hope he makes it because he wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't a bad kid. He was just young and, winning a dunk contest at 18 in the NBA. I don't know how healthy that is for you. You get all this stuff and, he had a lot on his plate and I thought it was too much. I always say the biggest mistake I made with him was allowing him to get in the dunk contest. I know that sounds crazy, but it's tough, when you get all this stuff and you're trying to get him footwork drills, and he's like, wait a minute, I got a commercial tomorrow. I don't know. It was maybe too much, but now he's fought his way back and he's terrorizing the league with his skills, and it's great. I'm very happy for him because he's a good kid.
You mentioned that 2018, obviously, and you guys, for all you went through, really learned a lot about each other during that run. Do you need that playoff run to sort of?
Yeah, I know you remember. I was very concerned going into the first round because for whatever reason that season was, and I hate to say it, it was too easy. I don't know how many games we won.
66.
I didn't know that. So we won a lot of games, and it felt like, it just felt like we didn't lose much, and I was concerned because it was still a new group, and we hadn't gone through any adversity. And I was thinking at some point in the playoffs, there's going to be adversity, and I don't know who we are. And unfortunately, the first round, it came quick. We were in the 7th game of the first round all of a sudden, and I thought that was the difference, because I don't know if you remember Game 6, I thought we came apart. We were arguing, fighting, and I think that galvanized us. I thought that was good.
Considering the stuff you guys have been through, injury-wise, and that
Yeah.
sort of thing, do you feel like you have gone through a few more?
Yeah, I think we've gone through more than that yet, for sure. Not even close. But injury adversity, I think everybody goes through. And this team, they went through a lot last year too. So so they've gone through stuff. They know the pain. There's no doubt about that. Anybody? One question. Two questions from the USC group.
Okay, I'm originally from Boston, so I have to ask, what's the biggest difference you find from being in Boston to being here?
Well, I rode to practice today with my top down. that was a big difference, but it's totally different. It really is. It's two different, completely different cities. You know. One more, USC. Come on, this is it for you.
In addition to obviously JJ out, Jamal's out, you said, right, what do you need in their absence?
It's tough because you're not going to make up what they do. They space the floor, they shoot, so we do different things without them. You know, Darren Collison is more speed, and so we try to play actually with more speed without them than we do with them. So, thanks, guys. Take care. Thank you.
You think the professor gonna flunk the rest of the class?
Aaron, you don't want to do that,
Okay,
right?
you got through school, so they're good.
I went to a state school.
Take care.
Come on, eat. Why did you